Never knew that I could love you. Never knew that I could care. You're a big fat pig person, but then you cried and I felt something in here. I love you, PK. Can you believe it? You used to make me sick. PK! You won me over, but I still don't wanna suck your dick. Your house is really ugly, and you made our Erica Jane sad. But then your cute parents came to your party, and suddenly I'm no longer mad. I love you, PK. I changed my mind. Is that such a sin? PK! I now like you better than that ass Jag Mark Dubin. Then Dallas's Mark Dubin. Then that ass Jag Mark Dubin. Wow, thank you guys. Welcome to Bitch Sesh. Guys, I'm your host, Danielle Schneider. I do have some news. Casey Wilson is stuck on set, and that is disappointing. It just happened. We apologize. But I have a fucking kick-ass co-host tonight that you guys are not gonna believe. You are gonna be so happy. She's the best. You love her. I will bring her out in a second. I'm not even gonna tell you who it is right now, but you love her. But first we have a message. And there's April, of course. Always April, always April. But first we have a little message from Casey.
Hi guys, I just wanted to say I am so sorry I'm not with you for our Valentine's Day show. As you can see, I am in process with my hair and makeup on a shoot I'm doing today, and it's gonna run long. I'm so sorry to not be there. I truly, truly am. I wanted nothing more. But you're in amazing hands with Jessica St. Clair, who is, let's face it, funnier than me.
She gave it away.
And I'm sure Jessica will have much to say about this hairstyle. Just know it's gonna be brushed out in time. And Danielle, fortunately or unfortunately, will be singing 2 numbers tonight for your pleasure. And Jerry O'Connell, I mean, wow, what a dream to have him in our show, which is all about love. I'm so sad to not be there. I mean, with everything that's going on, with the boat ride to Cartagena, the women are screaming, they're crying, the boat catches on fire. I'm hearing they caught some type of terrible bug, and Sonia's in diapers. Sonia's in diapers, apparently. I'm hearing the women want to sue, and to that I say, well, does that mean that we're not going to get to see that episode? So much is up in the air. It's very upsetting to not be there with you tonight to unpack it all. Lastly, I mean, David Bedour's out on the prowl. A friend and fan has spotted him out skiing with his new lady. It's very upsetting. Nene has roaches. There's so much. But mainly I want you to enjoy the show. Don't judge me for my Baby Jane Hudson, Shirley Temple curls. I love you all. I cannot wait to hear the show on the podcast tomorrow. I'm so thrilled. And quick shout out to my friend Shanta, who is in the audience to see me tonight. Sorry. I love you all. Thank you, Danielle and Jess. Have a great show. Bye.
Guys, Casey Wilson! So, without further ado, because I will need to hear Jessica St. Clair's opinions on those curls, please welcome Jessica St. Clair! Here, pick up your microphone, Jessica.
Hello.
The Bitch Sesh audience. Now,
Wow. Is there a warmer embrace? I haven't felt it.
Now, first of all,
This
let's
audience.
talk about what we're wearing tonight, Jessica. These are cuffs by one Lynn Curtin. Now, first of all, you should know that they each cost upwards of $100. This show is breaking Casey and I. Financially, I am done.
I am extremely concerned about the fact you actually purchased these things. Because this looks like it was glue gunned together.
It is
taped underneath. There's tape. There's like a heavy electrical tape.
It's so heavy. This is the heaviest thing I've ever worn, and I've worn my daughter.
Yep.
It is also I'm already itching. Like there's already a film under my hand.
This brooch that's affixed to it doesn't seem to fit.
No.
Like they just didn't. They ordered the pieces separately and they're like, oh, fuck it. Well, we're the only people that have ordered them. Also, didn't April say that within seconds of ordering, they had responded?
They said, it's on its way. April had pressed like send, and then they were like, we're here, it's coming. And she said a day later it seemed to be hand delivered. Lynn Curtin is waiting by the computer and just waiting like in her like Toyota Tercel. Like just like dropping off packages to anyone who will have. And I have to say thank you for your service, Lynn. Because
you would at least think you were getting these things for free.
No.
Just to sample and to give it the publicity that you've been given it.
I have spent upwards, I would say, of $10,000. All things considering, and I work for a living.
Yeah. I will say this too.
Mm-hmm.
Casey is the one who's encouraged us, Casey and you, but Casey more than anybody, has encouraged us to really live our best life, i.e., don't think about how much money you have, just spend. Okay? And I've done it. Now I've done it. I am her.
Yeah.
So I texted her, like, hey, you know what? Like, I shouldn't have bought this thing, but then I thought Casey would do it, so I'm living my best life. She writes back, I've made a grave mistake. I'm here to tell you, this is not the way to live. I'm like, too late, bitch. Too fucking late.
I know, but I'm still keeping my cheapness. Like, if you end up on a flight with Casey, you might see her in first and me in steerage. It will just happen sometimes. Like,
when the Titanic goes down,
I'll be with the masses, and Casey will be on like.
You'll be doing an Irish jig down in the undercarriage.
No, I'll be below that because it'll be like Jews lower. Sorry.
You'll be digging the coal.
The coal. I'll be on a violin playing the ship down. But no, we're so thrilled to have you, Jessica, here tonight. Now, Jessica is wearing a shirt, as we know, that says the famous phrase, not gonna take this on. Now, how has this affected your household, Jessica?
Well, I'll tell you what first has affected me is that this is a size large. And I currently cannot feel my organs.
We apologize. Look, mistakes were made.
And I am being forced to wear them.
We understand that as ladies, we know we don't want that.
You know what was tough, too? You know what was tough? Is I was like, I'm gonna put on these jeans. You know when you're like, I'm gonna wear these jeans that are definitely a size too small from 5 years ago, but it's okay because the top I wore was blousy. And now I'm forced to shove myself in this like a Polish sausage. In white. No, thank you.
Look, we have had complaints. We have people telling us, like, I wear a medium, I'm shoving myself into an extra large. And all I can say is I apologize. The people that make these lives in I don't know where they live or why. Obviously, they're children.
This is like a fuck. Who was the woman at the sweatshops? Kathy Lee. This is a Kathy Lee situation.
I mean, if only I could have an empire like Kathy Lee.
You and Casey are just like ironing in your living room, like, we'll get it to you right there. We're gonna get it.
We'll learn Lynn Curtin it to you right away, guys. We'll be fine. But yes, how else has this affected your?
So, not gonna take this on. Of course, it has swept the nation. It's gone viral. I don't know what the Mills would say, but my husband, who,
he's a poet and a playwright. And he's like an award-winning poet and playwright. He's like
Mostly he just writes in his underwear. But at any rate, he, so I didn't know he listened to Bitch Sesh.
No, either did we.
Okay? And
he's like a real person.
And I listened listen to Bitch Sesh, even though, as you will come to find out, I don't know anything about these shows. I've literally seen one episode of Housewives of New York from 1989 or whenever it started. But I listen to the show because I don't get to see you guys as much as I would like, and I'll just be running along just like, my friends, is so funny. At any rate, the other day, we got into it, Dan and I, about something. I think it was about like, hey, did you call the plumber? Like, Dan, we literally have what looks like, remember in the Superman movie where the earthquake came?
Yeah.
And then Lois almost fell into it. That's what's like happening on our kitchen floor. So I was like,
we're
Dan,
1,000 years old and our audience is younger, so they're like, I don't remember that happening recently in the latest Superman. We're like, no, this is the Superman from the 80s.
Old. At any rate, I was like, well, you gotta call the plumber. Like, we have to deal with this. And he goes, not gonna take that on. I said, excuse me? I said, I'm not gonna take that on. And I'm like, how fucking dare you turn one of my best friend's words against me? I became like, who's the woman without the forehead?
Teresa?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I mean, we're all knowing this, right? I'm not saying anything new.
So then he tells me, oh yeah, I can't go to sleep unless I'm listening to Bitch Sesh. So that's why I've been like hearing your voice in my dreams, which has been frankly amazing.
Happy to be involved in your sleep patterns.
Isn't that cute? Anyway, but yeah, he's been using that shit against me. So you gotta be careful, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, you have to be careful what you put out into the world because it might be used against you. Now,
yeah.
As we know, Casey is not here tonight, but other people have disappeared. This is our Valentine's show, so we're showing love, and a week late. We know where we are, that we're a week late on this, so just go with us. It's still Valentine's Day. And there's another person that we missed a lot, that we love, another person that's not here, so we just wanted to hear from her as well.
Hi, Danielle. Hi, everybody. I hope you had a happy Valentine's Day. I know you guys miss me, but I am with you in spirit. I just want to tell you guys, have a great night, and see you around.
Jacqueline Largo. R.I.P.
Who is that?
That's Jacqueline Largo. Now, you might say, who is that? Her face looks crazy. What the fuck happened?
I think she looks beautiful. I was just thinking I needed to wear more mascara. I'm not joking you. I think she's a beautiful woman. Who is that woman? She crazy?
Is from New Jersey. She is from New Jersey. She lost her mind on the show and has continued. She's another one. We did this cameo thing. Has anyone else here done cameo where you can yes? We are making these women that have gone off the show, we are making their living. Like, we are responsible for them. I feel bad. I'm like, I gotta order another cameo so Jacqueline can eat.
Wait, you can order you can pay for these?
You can pay $40.
Again, this isn't right. You should be putting this away for your child's education.
No. Public school,
right.
bitch.
This isn't right.
That bitch is going to public school so I can buy a fucking cuff. I don't care.
No.
I need it.
No, you don't.
I'm
Is that
addicted.
real stone?
Of course not. It's probably her pumice stone she used to scrub her feet. This thing is gonna rot off me. But so Jacqueline Larita, she is another one. We sent out the email. Ding, 10 minutes later, here's your cameo. Waiting by the computer.
And she'll say whatever you want?
Whatever you want. It does not matter. We got Vicky to do into June. June passed out. It was like out of her mind. Guys, also, we have a microphone on the corner, boots on the ground. If anyone has good ones, we're talking about if you've listened to the podcast and you think that's not anything, don't do that. Just something, think to yourself, if I were sober, would I say
somebody
this?
Coming to
People
us?
do come.
They can come whenever they want.
Yeah, they can come whenever they want.
Wow, keep it loose. All right.
Yeah. Wow, we have one already.
All right.
What do we have for you? Yes, please introduce yourself, sir, while you're here. We'll sit down and enjoy, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
No, don't apologize for it. We'll tell you if you're sorry or not.
So me and my boyfriend are here from Dallas.
What?
Cute.
Oh, you just wait. So we're here on like a housewives tour.
Ooh. When have you seen the sights? Did you go by Villa Blanca?
We had lunch at Villa Blanca.
Of course you did.
Another place you fucking dragged me to.
I did.
Horrible place. We were the only people there. Hold that thought. I'm re-angry about it. Go ahead, sir.
Shit you not, we made a reservation. We were the only 2 people there.
That's correct.
It is a wasteland.
Yes. Went to happy hour at Sir. Only saw Diana, the manager. Like, anybody?
Unclear.
She fought with Kristen. Kristen told her to fuck off.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Was Max there? Poor Max.
Max, we saw Max.
Of course he is. Of course he is, because that boy is enslaved.
And he's working. He's working.
He is bussing. He's not managing. He's not waiting. He is bussing tables. Heavy lifting. He is 30.
This is like going to a human zoo, it seems like, right? They're there in their natural habitat.
But it's
and
kind
you
of
can watch
worse, though, because a lot of times, like, the animals aren't there that you want to see.
Yeah, they're
You're like, where's the
sleeping.
fucking giraffe?
It's
Jax?
too hot. It's too hot. Yeah.
But you will see someone pick up their shit, probably. So, yes.
Okay,
so
so quickly, twofold. We entered a little contest where...
At the restaurant?
Oh no, this is Dallas.
Okay.
Sorry. Stephanie, Carrie, and Brandy were crashing watch parties. So if you're a member of the Facebook group, you've already heard this, I'm sorry. But they were coming around and crashing various people's watch parties, so we entered the contest, we won, they came to my apartment.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
These 3 women?
They totally independent of the show, of Bravo.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And that will be important later.
Did you clean up?
Okay. So that will be important later. This was all on their own.
Okay.
So they come to my apartment. We're the stop 4 of 4, so they are lit already.
They were lit before they left their house, honey.
So we greet them with fireball shots. We're taking shots. We're drinking rosé. There are like 10 of our friends there. We're just getting weird. I made queso in like a crock pot.
Of course you did.
Because you're a gentleman.
Because Texas.
Yeah.
And so they are literally like knuckle deep in the queso.
That'll burn you too. That'll burn you.
I will never forget. It was like Stephanie, maybe I think, just like licking.
No.
So anyways, that happens. We have a great night. At one
How long
point,
do they stay?
They stay for about an hour.
Too long.
An
long.
hour?
That's too long. Like you guys were ready for them to leave, right? After like 15 minutes, you're like, this was fun, and now it's weird.
So their assistants were there with them, and at one point Brandy was like, I'm gonna take an Uber home. And they were like, no, we're gonna drive you. Like, you are not okay. And so she was leaning against our fridge, like holding herself up on the fridge. And my boyfriend walks up and he was like, hey, can I get some rosé out of the fridge? And she's like, you wanna get some rosé in me? And he was like,
What?
No, I literally just want some more rosé. Move, thank you.
Oh.
So then, a couple months later, that was a great night. We had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
A couple months later, we go to the Anderson and Andy show in Dallas.
Of course you did. Mm-hmm.
And we run into them there. We see Mama D, we see Cameron. It's great.
These women are everywhere in
They're
Dallas.
everywhere. So we know that after the show, we should probably go out because Anderson and Andy are probably going to go out.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple hours later, we run into Anderson and Andy at the Roundup. And...
What's the roundup?
Dick at the roundup. He got his dick sucked at the roundup. I know the boys who did it.
They're just hands.
They're just home.
That was so creepy. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was the best line. I hope it's in every monologue book for kids. Or like, for like, you know, teenagers like doing their monologues. I want it in every book.
So we end up talking to Andy, and we try to tell him like, hey, these housewives came to our apartment and we had this great time. He did not give a one shit, not a one.
Because he's like, they text me all the fucking time. I know.
Well, and they did it independent, like totally independent of the show and of Bravo. And we told him, and he was like, oh, that's neat, and just like turned around. He did not even care.
Yeah.
And then we proceeded to follow them around the Roundup, and that was the end of our night.
Wow. Thank you.
Wow.
You know what? This was
something from a grab bag.
You got a bitch Sesh bag. That was a great story, and you came from Dallas. Jesus fucking
Wow.
Christ.
Wow. That's like some investigative reporting. That's the kind of shit that Leah Remini had to do, with Scientology, right? She had to get really in there and then get embedded. Right?
Yeah, she did. Thank God for her.
Thank God for her. Or like when you want to investigate the mob, but now they make you kill somebody to make sure that you're real.
It made you hang out with Leanne Lock.
Yeah.
Guys, now Casey touched on this a little bit, but I'd really like to get my head around what happens to the New York ladies. Because let's review. Ramona's in a wheelchair.
So what happened to her legs?
What has happened to Ramona, which has landed her in a fucking wheelchair. In Cartagena?
Why Cartagena? Why was that a destination?
I was surprised because usually they're in Dubai or some sort of destination where they're
This isn't right.
high above the people. And to imagine these women on some dinghy in the middle of the ocean that catches a fire and that is basically what they said is a wash and vomit. These women were throwing up all over each other. All over.
And freaking out. That's what the best part is.
Ramona freaks out if she doesn't get the best room.
Yeah.
How is she?
They were far out to sea and they thought they were going down like the Titanic. That was their only reference. You know what I mean? They'd seen that movie.
Yes.
Also we'll probably find out they were 5 feet from shore.
Oh, yeah. And they were all freaking out and hysterical. But I'm they freak out and get hysterical because the rosé is out. Who knows what happened there? But can I tell you, with the year ahead, all I want in the year ahead, 3 things.
This is all you
for
want.
everybody I know and love, and everyone in this audience to be safe and happy and healthy. I want stronger gun control laws.
Sure.
And I want to see this next fucking season of New York. That's all I want in the year ahead.
Now, tell me this. Again, I know nothing of these shows, but the only show I have watched a few episodes of were New York, and I really loved it. And I saw that was when it was all when they were really real people still.
They still are real people.
Are they?
They're bananas.
So is New York the best franchise of them all?
It's
or show of them all?
debatable. We've got Atlanta on right now. We're going to get to it in a second. Before we get into it, though, so I'm so excited for New York. We have Luann getting arrested. Guys, if any of you are having a hard time, hold on.
So we just know about these things
we know
happening,
them
but
they're
we
in
have
the
not
paper.
seen it yet.
And by the paper, I mean the Daily Mail. The paper of record.
Yeah. How has that become our paper of record? Because that's the only thing. That and the Refinery 29 emails I get, which just had me ordering a magnetic lash. Has anyone tried that? You clip them on. Lennon said, "Don't do it, Jessica." And I said, "Click. I'm living my best life." You have 2 lashes. One is up top, and then you go.
Next time we see Jessica, she is not going to have eyes. And I want everyone to know that I said this. And when you have no eyes, I'm going to say I was right.
I'd like a boots on the ground if anyone's ever tried those. But anyway, I'll let you know.
Now, what do you think of how am I doing fashion-wise right now?
I would have liked to see more of your body. I think everybody would have liked to see it.
Thank you.
You have one of the best bodies in the business, and you've never let us see it.
No, there was sort of a thing where I was going to get it out to the people,
And you didn't
and then
do
I
it.
shut it down.
And if anything now, more than ever, we need it.
I know.
June, June does terrible things like you'll be standing at a business event, just trying to keep it together, and you'll just hear, she came up right behind me and she said, "My goal for 2015, I want to see more of your body." And then just walked away.
Just disappeared into the night.
Terrifying. But yeah, we always say that. But yes, you look perfectly presentable.
Thank you. What do you think of my bold lip? Are we okay with my
Always
bold
we're
lip?
bold. Oh, I do want to say something.
Okay.
Beverly Hills was so boring. But what I was thinking the entire time was how much I desperately want you to have Lisa Rinna's haircut. And I'm not joking. I think you would look so
You
good.
and me both. You and me both. It won't be accepted by society.
Yes, it will. It will if you do it. You have to build it, and they will come, Danielle, please.
I have built it, and I do have a wig I'd try on.
Danielle, please.
And my daughter started crying.
No, she'll get used to it. She'll forget what you used to look like. This is a bold look. It's a wash and go. And don't you think she can do it? Am I crazy?
What do we think? Can I do a Lisa Rinna? Let me hear. Vote Lisa Rinna. Let me see. Well, let me think.
Well, there's
No.
split. Nope.
I'm seeing more no's than yes.
More
I think I
no's.
even heard a hiss. I heard a hiss.
All right.
All right, yes. One more boot on the ground, and then we'll bring out our guest for this evening.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to say that Kim Cattrall's duet with her brother is incredibly
It's her
troubling.
husband.
Stop it. By the way, that's even more troubling. That's
It's her husband.
really troubling. I was told to tell you that I saw the Countess at Dantana's last night, and I don't know. Wow, that was
In the city, she's here?
She's here, by the way, and she was.
I
at
didn't feel
Dantana's
the earth
with two
move.
elderly men, and that is what I have to tell you. Like, that's my boots on the ground.
Wow, thank you. To know the Countess is in our fair city is a huge deal. Guys, thank you so much. Guys, I'm going to bring out this next guest. He has not been on our podcast since the very beginning. And we have had calls for him to come back. And he himself approached me and said, when the fuck am I coming back? And I said, right now. Mr. Jerry O'Connell, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Jerry! Oh. Wow, Jerry.
So good to see everybody.
Jerry.
Now, Jerry looks appropriate in this extra small.
This is definitely a kid size. I don't know what happened here.
Got it.
Guys, we're making changes.
I think this is definitely a women's shirt, I think.
Yeah,
is.
probably.
But it looks
Get
good on
into
you.
it. And you can see it's cold in here.
Yes. Yeah, that's what we wanted to be able to see, Jerry. We did this also. We could
There's
see
some
Jerry in
Leanne
a very tight
Lockets coming
shirt.
out. What's up, Dallas?
Jerry, looking good. Looking
That is.
good.
Why would you pick that one? By the way, that's the face you make when you realize there are paparazzi and you're holding your breath for 3 minutes while walking down the beach. I shit myself. I lost consciousness after this soda. I did. I passed out.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Now, Jerry, you are a huge Housewives fan, as we know, and anyone who
Right? It
knows
also-
you knows you're a Housewives fan.
It really goes across all of Bravo.
Are you watching Summer House?
When Downton Abbey ended, honestly, Below Deck filled that the nobles and the serfdom void
Okay,
that
sure.
I needed.
Sure, upstairs, downstairs.
Love Below Deck. Love me some Vanderpump.
I am obsessed with Vanderpump now. It's the one I'm most excited about right now.
Yeah, it really is true. It's really true. For those who didn't watch this week, this week's episode was the most perfect reality show episode ever.
Bold.
Because it involved a trip.
Always. a
But
trip.
not far. Those Vanderpump kids don't go far.
Well, listen,
They
nobody's
don't
got a
have
budget.
the budget.
They can't
And
afford-
Jack, they know will steal something. So they're keeping it local.
It involved a trip to a high altitude place, which is a local place here, Big Bear, which is I think like 6,000 feet. Which those who know who drink in high altitudes, you get fucked up when you go to those altitudes. And they went to a place that only had 3 bedrooms, but there were like 15 of them. So there was the classic, which bedroom are we getting?
Yeah.
Always the bedrooms. Why are the bedrooms?
That is
such
one of
a
my
big
favorite
deal?
tropes of these shows. I
that
love
a
it.
thing, right?
I could watch them argue about who's getting what bedroom forever.
One of my favorite tropes is, I think I have cancer. Too soon? No, it's
Never
not funny.
too soon. I mean, they all fake cancer. It's one of those things.
The fancer, we call it the fancer in our house. Another case of the old
Yeah.
fancer.
Wait, did Yolanda end up having Lyme disease?
Unclear, right?
Still unclear.
It's unclear. I'm on her side no matter what. Speaking of Yolanda, Jerry's wife has a feud with Yolanda.
What is that about?
Very exciting.
Explain this to us.
It was super exciting.
His wife, Rebecca.
I'm gonna tell you.
Supermodel Rebecca.
So
Yes.
my wife is an actress named Rebecca Romaine. You can Google
We
her right
know.
now, kids.
Most beautiful.
We're
woman
aware.
Beautiful
alive.
woman. And honestly, Bravo is what really. Bravo, I think, is what got me in there. We were dating, and my wife was watching. This is how old we are. I think the only show that was on was Orange County.
Back in
And-
the old days.
And my wife was watching it, and we'd be like, God, we would talk about it. We would talk about. I mean, it was only Vicky and God, I don't even
Yes,
remember
Joe.
all their names. Right.
Jenna Keyhole.
Wow.
Slade Smiling.
Slow Slade, yeah.
I know them all, like old memories floating in the wind.
And honestly, I think it's really what's kept us together all these years.
Very special.
Guys, kids will fuck you up, and you need something to hold you together.
But my wife's fight with Yolanda was, I'm always pushing my wife that we should be on Beverly Hills. I'm like,
Yes! Fuck yes!
You would submit your family
Yes!
to being filmed.
I will fight Harry Hamlin. I will fuck Ken. I will have sex with him behind Lisa's back in the bathroom. And he'll be like, Lisa, Jerry just fucked you in the bum.
If you fuck Ken, just know that if you fuck Ken, you are fucking a corpse.
I will go in front of Lisa Rinna and I will talk about Harry. I will go up to Kyle and say her sister needs help. I will do it all.
Why aren't you on the fucking show?
I want to do it.
This isn't right. It will
Because
destroy your life.
my wife has a theory that
That you should
we're
not-
like actors and can't do it. And
You
I'm like,
definitely
Guess
can't
what?
do it.
Actors, nobody cares about them anymore. And I say this as one who's trying to make it. Nobody cares.
so anyway, my wife, I've been saying this for years. My wife was like, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'll leave you. I promise I will if you ever do that.
And you're like, I don't care. I'll make this.
And I'm like, I'm gonna sign the contract, and one day we're gonna be here, and we're putting the kids on. We're doing it all. We're gonna get us some of that Olsen twin money. Man, look at Bella and Gigi, man. They're making $20 million a year.
As we've said, that Delilah and other Rinna, they're nothing to write home about.
Listen to me.
They're all beautiful girls, but
Somebody needs to give them a reality check. Right?
Yes, I've said it many times.
Crazy.
You have agreement in this audience. This guy's like, no, I think they're beautiful.
No, they're pretty girls, but come on. What
Now this guy's interested.
I will say this: everyone in all these shows is so attractive. I mean, I'm really attracted to everybody, men and women. I mean, all of them.
I just said I was attracted to PK. Guys,
Look at this. I've been trying to get Eileen's husband's hair for the last 2 years, growing it out.
Vinny, the tennis pro, Vinny.
But anyway, so my wife, something happened where my wife said something about, in an interview, because my wife modeled for many years before my wife acted, and my wife said something about, a lot of these models gain fame via Instagram and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Look at Gigi Hadid. And it became like an internet, like someone said, oh, Rebecca Romaine trashes Gigi Hadid as an Instagram model,
No,
right?
she just stated the truth.
No,
which
my
is,
wife, we were fans of Beverly Hills. I mean, we first were introduced to Gigi Hadid through Real Housewives of
As
Beverly
were we
Hills.
all.
And her sister got a DUI, and we knew the whole story, I mean, that's before all the Tommy Hilfiger stuff, the Gigi from Tommy Hilfiger and all that stuff.
Yeah, and remember not Gigi, but Bella's car was found with tampons in it. What was the deal? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
So anyway, my wife went on Watch What Happens Live and basically said, Yolanda needs to check herself before she wrecks herself.
Shit!
And
You
that-
don't fuck with her?
well, I gotta tell you, first of all, they are first of all, I do a pretty good Yolanda imitation,
That is really
which is, it's actually,
I disagree. I think I do a little better.
But I want to
Yours
say.
sounds Indian. Just so you know, that straight up sounded like an Indian accent. No offense.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's to read? Whoa, what the hell's happening here?
Look, my accents travel.
But I think that was my wife's way of dipping her toe
Oh!
in the pool and just seeing how it went. And I gotta tell you, my wife got a charge out of that.
Ooh!
It reinvigorated. Do you feel like it reinvigorated your relationship?
No, that's been dead for like. we're toast, man. Are you kidding me? I think it was my birthday last week. Nothing happened there. We have 2 children. Nothing happens. So the only excitement we have is like whatever is going on between Candy and Portia. And, like, all that
Speaking of Candy and Portia, let's talk Atlanta. Ooh, Atlanta. I feel like we're not there yet. I feel like we're just heating up. But when that Roaches thing came out about Nene, holy shit.
Does Kim always come in so hot?
Yes.
I've never seen Atlanta before.
You hadn't?
No, all my knowledge of it is like when you would do the readings of the scenes.
Yes,
That's the only
you were in.
knowledge I have.
Yeah.
Yes. And I did not know from those readings that Kim was a white woman. So that I didn't know it.
Kim is one of my. I'm so glad she's back on the Housewives. Who's glad she's back on the Housewives? Who is not glad she's back on the Housewives? No, you don't like her? What's your problem with Kim? What? Okay, I'm hearing you. All right. She doesn't go anywhere. That is my fucking problem too. As is Nene's problem.
Well,
with
let's
her.
just explain. Last week, the entire cast of Atlanta went to Barcelona.
Yes. Now
You
that's
like how I
a fucking
pronounced that.
trip. Why is everybody else in fucking Cartagena?
Exactly.
Or Big Bear if you're fucking James Kennedy. I'm gonna fuck you up, Lala. Your boyfriend's fat. He's a fucking fatty.
Casey is attracted to James. I find that.
No. He's hot. He's
What?
hot. I would fuck James so hard. I would, right in that cleft, I'd get my tongue in there. I'd get my balls in there. He is, no, honestly, all joking aside, he's hot. He just needs help. He drinks way too much.
They all do. Just him?
No, I gotta tell you, Jack's really proud of him and his new finding his chakra,
You
whatever you
guys,
call it.
That was a really dark moment on Vanderpump this week when Jax is like, I'm 38, I'm gonna be a bartender forever.
I love him.
We all took that journey with him, right? I was like, wow, the party just stopped. And I was like,
you
we
want to
have
know what's so
truth.
amazing about these shows, guys, and why we love them so much?
Wow, Jerry, what are you gonna hit us with?
Hey, guys, think about the character arc of Jax. And hey, guys, I'm serious now. I want to get real here on Bitch Sesh because this is my life and this is all I talk about. So just give it to me, okay?
You're
This is
at
it.
the right fucking place.
I really do love. I'm so happy we're all together tonight, guys. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because a half hour, I'm back in fucking Calabasas in Kardashian land with my kids yelling at me, saying you smell like booze. Think about how amazing these shows are. Think about the character arc of Jax and what an a-hole we used to think that guy was.
What do you think we think he is now?
Honestly, who isn't pulling for Jax to get his shit together and get his own restaurant? I want to see this happen.
First, let's take
This
care
is
of
a Dickens story.
First, let's take care of Tom Tom, okay? And then, but back to Atlanta real quick. I want to talk about. No, I know we didn't have a bitch sesh last week, but one of the hardest I've laughed in a long time is seeing Marlo burp through a dinner. I was laughing my ass off. Why isn't she a main character? Does anyone know why Marlo isn't fucking got a peach in her goddamn hand? Liability, yeah, you're right. You know what? She was arrested. Someone. 3 felonies. For what? Do we know what her felonies were for? Assault. Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
She cut a woman on a dance floor.
She cut a
What a woman.
Left her to bleed there.
You know what?
Oh my God!
You know what, though? You know what, though? Do we know what that woman did to Marlo?
God.
Yeah. Guys, I don't want to get all Wendy Williams with everybody, but let's just say allegedly, just for legal reasons. Allegedly.
I think anytime you say TMZ, you mean allegedly. I think that's implied. Okay, but that was an awesome moment.
Here's what I thought was fascinating is that they go to Barcelona. None of them have ever been there before. They literally do not look out the window once while they're driving. So all they saw of Barcelona was the inside of that Mercedes bus that they were so excited about. Then they quickly were like, quick, get them inside of a hotel. And then we had like 17 close-ups of the ham. So many close-ups of the food they were about to eat. They talk about the food they're gonna eat, then they eat it, then they talk about it again, and then somebody says somebody's a lesbian. And then that scene is over.
Wow, when you break it down like that. It's the subtleties. It's the subtleties. You're missing the subtleties. First of all, let's talk about how Nene is going to be an opening comedian for the Escape Tour.
What did Nene start as in
Oh, boy.
1901?
Somebody want to answer this?
Was she a stripper?
She was a stripper.
Oh, no, ho. Exotic dancer,
Exotic.
guys. Let's, come on. For real.
But she owns that. She owns it in every single
And
way.
she married well? Is that correct?
Well,
Yeah.
Greg, I think Greg
Oh, he's
is
a great husband.
businessman.
Come on.
I love Greg. I adore Greg. I do worry for his health. He is hanging on by a thread.
And she's
Right?
been with the same man?
Yes, her and Greg divorced and then they got back together.
Oh, I love it.
And I believe that they're together forever. I think that they are tried and true, for sure. What I do want to do is take Marlo's etiquette class, though. I'm obsessed with the fact, does she really run an etiquette class? Do you think that she has, like, the ladies over, she runs an etiquette class, like that this is a real thing that you can find in, like,
I think that was more of
a
her
TED Talk or something?
throwing some shade her way, right?
No, I think she has an
Really?
etiquette class. Did anyone else feel like she has a true etiquette class? Am I the only one? You? Just this guy right here.
It's like I've been rolled on mine. Somebody cameoed me and I gave them $40. I'm hoping I get some lessons.
So, you know what? I also realized that Marlo is the Sonia of Atlanta. Anyone else? feel
Please
like
explain.
that? Because she is wild and crazy. She's just out for fun. She's wasted most of the time.
Oh wait, Marlo's the one that looks like Elton John. Yes? She always has like a glass.
Yes.
And all of them wear their sunglasses inside a lot.
Yeah. Well, most housewives do.
Okay, got it. And sometimes they have eye infections. That was gross. That was straight up gross, right? She's being forced to wear sunglasses through most
She
of the
has pink
episode
eye.
because she's got
Because she wore
pink eye.
magnetic lashes, probably.
How dare you? You're gonna change my life. Just wait and see.
All right, some other things that happened in Atlanta this week is the again, I'm obsessed with Marlo. When Marlo just says things like, she walks into a room and just says, "Ooh, fashion." Like, I want to do that. I want to walk into a room of strangers and say, "Ooh, fashion," and have everyone look over. Like,
I also want to get a pair of adult pajamas.
what do you mean?
Well, I feel like that was the show where they all
Yes,
ate
yes,
dinner in their
yes.
pajamas. I
what was
realized, like,
Shamia's pajamas? Shamia had crazy.
somebody was wearing a turban.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to invest in a signature set of adult. I bet June has a signature set of adult pajamas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But right, I think that's what I'm lacking.
Yeah.
That and those lashes.
You're just trying to, like, this is all you want in your life.
Yeah, but I liked how they all, like, it's almost as if they're all like dolls that you could purchase and they would come along with their wardrobe.
I would
and
love
you
that.
can mix and match. Do you know what I mean? Because they throw some crazy shit on with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also, I love the fact that Sheree's drink is vodka and Fanta. I was like, I will try that.
Yeah.
Vodka and Fanta.
In Spain, you do a drink that's red wine, like cheap table wine, and Fanta, and it's delicious.
Fanta.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't even been thinking about Fanta.
like an orange Fanta.
This whole time.
Yep.
Don't you want to Fanta?
You were in that commercial.
I wish. I'd be rich. I wouldn't be here slinging
also-
T-shirts outside. Slinging garbage person softball shirts
happy
outside.
We're only very tiny children. Also, I love sort of the going around of who licked balls. The conversation about who licks balls on the bus. Did no one watch this? All right, I felt like, let's talk about who licks balls right now. Portia, no. Doesn't lick balls. Candy will lick anything, we know that. What did you think of that discussion?
You know, it's so funny, those shows, because everyone was being... It's so funny watching these shows. I mean... when everyone's getting friendly and everybody's talking and everybody's having a really good time, I'm really just waiting for the inevitable fight to happen. It's like with Beverly Hills this week, they were also on a Mercedes van bus.
Yes.
Probably the same one that Bravo got a deal on.
Probably.
That they're all riding
Just
around,
driving it across
touring
the
world
country.
on. Mm-hmm. And everyone was having fun, and then they went into that small enclosed dinner space.
Yeah.
And that's when the shit went down. It's just...
Well, because I think after about 5 minutes, the producers are like, tick-tock, someone better make somebody cry. You know what I mean? And then you just picture them like pinching one of them. Like, do it! And then the Jordan's like, okay, I will! Right?
Oh, no, of course.
But it was a little bit of a letdown in Atlanta because the fight was happening over the phone with Kim in another country.
Yes.
And I was like, Kim, why aren't you there? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I was
that's straight
thinking
up
exactly
genius
what
when
this gentleman...
people just started looking down at their phones and it's a video of roaches.
Yeah.
That's
but
genius.
I don't understand why they can't make Kim go. Like,
It's
isn't
crazy.
that her job to be on the show? Like, you have to go. You have to go on these 2 trips.
Maybe the producers are afraid of her. She comes in hot, as I said.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Kim did have a stroke on an airplane, I believe.
She did?
Yes.
I mean,
A real stroke or a
look-
fake one?
Or was it a froke?
Might have been a froke.
What are we calling them? A froke?
Yeah, I don't know what.
A froke. So Kim may have had a froke. That's terrible. I want to apologize to all stroke people calling it a froke. This is just for the Bravo shows. But, you know, maybe it was a flying thing. But it was also because Croy couldn't come to...
He what? He has butt implants? Does Croy really have butt implants? Because they were leaking? I feel like we saw Croy's butt that first time that we ever saw Croy. We saw that gorgeous peach of an ass. And so it seems like it's just stayed that way. I don't believe it's implants. I think that's a rumor. Sorry.
How old is Croy? Is he an old person?
No, he's
No,
like
he's
20.
younger.
He's younger. So where's the money from? Kim has it?
I'm so worried about her finances.
I'm worried about yours. I'm worried about
As you
the
should
company.
be, as you should be. But I'm worried about Kim and Croy's finances because where is that money coming from?
Tardy for the party, man.
now, please.
Yeah. The royalties on that, sick. Sick. Every club I go
Half of them are
into.
from me. I'm downloading it to every device I own. That's just me buying her music over and over again. Because I'm so old, I don't know how to transfer them from device to device.
Oh, God. That's another famous trope on all these shows. They get one of the housewives to go and record a song in like a monotone voice. Don't be tardy for the party. Money can't buy you class. Elegance is love.
Now that sounds German.
My friend.
Now, guys, love is in the air right now, right? A little bit. You know, it's Valentine's Day, it's post-Valentine's Day, and one of my favorite couples of this year, not on Atlanta, but just that I thought was the most loveliest of couples this year was in New Jersey. And that was Siggy and her son Joshua. One of my favorite hot couples. And so I wanted Jessica and Jerry. If you guys want to stand up for this scene read a little scene. I will be reading stage directions in this beautiful scene. Wait 1 second.
This made me very homesick from New Jersey, where
Jessica's
I was
from
raised.
Jersey. All right, so
This relationship makes more sense to me than it should. I'm just gonna say that. I dated a couple Joshuas in my day. Didn't marry them because of the Siggies in their lives. All right.
Siggy from New Jersey and her son Joshua getting ready for the prom.
Oh, Josh, did you see these T-shirts?
Hey, Mom. Could you get me this?
What is it?
It's a flask.
I'm not getting you a flask. What do you need that for?
For water.
For water?
Hey, come on. let's go check out the tuxes. Hey, what if I wore black tux, black undershirt, and black tie?
How about no, no, and no? Because it's
Hello?
just. Oh, hi, how are you? I'm Siggy. This is my son, Joshua. My son's going to prom, and we're looking for a black tux.
Okay, Josh, let me get you a shirt to try on, and you can try some more stuff on.
All right, perfect. Let's do it.
When they say time flies, and you say, okay, time flies, it's really true. My son is graduating high school.
Josh comes out in a tux.
Wow. Wowee. Ooh, I like this.
Yeah,
I like this.
I like it too.
Then we'll take it. It's just so surreal. Joshua is leaving me soon, and I don't know. I just want to spend every moment with him. Joshua, would you ever wear a hanky?
Well, they're actually, oh, Mom. Hey, Mom, what are you doing? Sig. They're actually really nice. You know, I could get this one. It's navy blue.
For your tux?
Well, you know, it'll work for when I'm at Penn State. I made my decision.
You did not! Did you really? Oh, Joshua! Oh, I'm so happy for you!
It's 3 hours away.
3 hours in a car! Oh, I will never have to get on a plane to see my child. Josh, you listen to me. Look at me! I'm gonna be there every weekend.
What?
I'm gonna be there every weekend.
I hope not.
Josh, you don't understand. I'm coming to every football game.
All right. But you gotta text me first before you come, all right? No surprising me, okay? I'm a college kid now.
Don't make me cry.
You know what? You're a great mom, Sig.
Cut to the day of the prom.
Let me see you, Joshua.
Josh
Oh.
comes out.
Joshua, wow. Oh, God, I can't believe it.
Come on. It's whatever.
I want to go to the prom with you. How do you like that?
Oh! I don't like that.
Siggy grabs old photos of Josh.
You're going to the prom.
You excited, Ma?
I'm trying to contain my excitement. I'm so excited. I'm gonna cry. It's never gonna be easy to say goodbye to my firstborn. But I realized our relationship is not gonna end just because he's leaving. I know that I'll get through it. I'll survive it. It's just the cycle of life.
And scene! Wow, and they say there are no more great roles. The Oscars haven't been yet. Guys, that was gorgeous.
Daniel Day-Lewis, eat that! Phantom Seamstress, whatever that stupid movie is.
Wow.
Phantom Soa.
Wow. Guys, I've never thought of Siggy as sexual, and this really... I could smell her vagina during that scene. Speaking of vaginas, let's talk about Vanderpump Rules. So, guys, let's talk about the fact that Sir burned down and then was rebuilt in a day because it is made of dust and sand.
That's not the horrible place you took me to, yes? No.
One of them.
You took me, where's the one that was like It was all white.
That
and
was
there were a lot of.
Villablanca.
Okay.
That was Villablanca. But Sir is the other place, and it burnt down, and it was easy to get it back into shape. And so it tells you what shit that place is made of. They spend $5 on their restaurants.
But the real estate is expensive, right? Is Sir in?
I
the
feel like
Beverly Hills
Mohammed
area?
owns it all, and they just build on top of Mohammed's land, right? Mohammed, Gigi, and Bella. Yeah, I know. I was getting there.
Why are they connected?
They're Lisa Vanderpump's friends, Mohammed, and he's the father of Gigi and Bella, and they're all
Okay.
connected through Sir. But I loved this episode. I thought it was, I'm obsessed with this show now. Like, I know I am late to it, and I apologize. I really apologize for the 2 years that we spent telling you guys you were full of shit.
Never too late. We welcome everyone.
Yeah, we welcome all. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Maybe I'll get below deck. I don't know.
You will. You
Every
will.
time you guys say that, it sounds like some sort of sexual thing, like I gave him a below deck, you know? It really does.
Oh my God, my wife and I went on vacation to this all-inclusive place. And at the end of it, I had cash in an envelope, and I was gonna give it to the guy who was waiting on us the whole time. And my wife was like, "Oh shit, you think you're in fucking below deck, and you're gonna give this guy a fucking tip, aren't you?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking about? No, I'm just tipping him." She was like, "No, you're getting ready for the speech." And I gave him a whole speech, and I shook his hand, and I was like, "Senor, this trip was just totally unforgettable for my family and I." But I wanted to leave him on edge a little bit, I wasn't gonna tip, and then go, "And you know what? This is for you. Gracias." And my wife and kids are like, "He's fucking doing the below deck thing."
I love how your daughters, who are 8, are like, Dad's doing below deck again.
Guys, I bought a pillow that I saw on Wendy Williams called the Night Pillow. That was an all
That sounds like a serial killer.
black. It was again like
The night pillow struck again.
Wendy told me that you needed to sleep on a black silk pillow, not
Oh
just
yeah,
a
you
pillowcase.
tried to make me fucking do this.
Yes, because he said that the light from a white pillowcase could bounce into your eyeballs and keep you awake and deprive you of valuable sleep. So I was like, I gotta have it. It was $150.
And you're mad at me because I bought a fucking cuff.
But I returned it.
I will not be returning this.
I'm from New Jersey. I've returned a pair of pants to Ann Taylor that I tailored. To Ann Taylor.
We tried to.
$40?
Casey tried to return something to Sonia Morgan that she tailored. It didn't go well.
No. God, you don't want to mess with her.
No, you can. Sonia Morgan doesn't know. She'll just throw it in the basement with all the tubs of mayonnaise that are down there. She's fine. James hates his girlfriend Raquel. Yes. He just literally in front of her was like, "I love Lala."
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It was so crazy. Why bring her? You know?
It was
It was super awk.
Tough.
It was super awk.
Oh, God. Don't pander to the millennials in this crowd. Jerry, you may have a boyish haircut, but they see right through you.
No. Hey, by the way, tag me with all those photos outside.
James is just, I'll tell you though, he is just fucking perfect for reality television.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure who I'm more terrified of, if James or your impression of James.
Well, here's what's so crazy too. Their relationship is bananas because Lala will be in the kitchen, sitting on the counter, like Alex P. Keaton style. That was not for the millennials.
Everyone's like,
Right?
come
She's
again?
on the counter.
Come again? Who
She's
is
on the
that?
counter, and he's like, "Fucking Lala, let me see it all." And she's like, "James, James, don't you ever fucking talk about my boyfriend. Blood will come from your face, James."
It's terrifying.
Their relationship
But
is
this is scarier.
it's like Richard Burton and...
Are these siblings we're talking about?
No. Sort of.
They're friends.
Sort
though.
of.
They're
But
friends.
this is a show all about their kids? This is what I'm picturing.
Well, it is...
I'm picturing a Brady Bunch scenario. Mohammed's the dad. Vanderpump's the mom, and they've melded cultures. And Vanderpump rules.
You've never been so dead on. Rules.
Shayna,
we have been treated to two ends of the spectrum as far as like what Ariane's going through, kind of with what she went through with an ex-boyfriend and how he made her feel terrible, and then we have Lala. And so we wanted to do a reading of them, a mashup of those two characters of people called Two Vagina Monologues. And April Mouton and I will be performing this. Can one of them give April? I will be playing. She's trapped in the rug. April Mouton, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Oh. We didn't rehearse. I don't have sex. I'm uncomfortable with my vagina.
I talk to every part of my body and I'm like, I love you.
I don't want anyone touching my vagina pretty much ever.
I don't love my feet, but I thank them because they walk me around.
I really don't want to give birth. That to me is like, oh my God, no thank you.
I thank my hands. Even though I think they're man hands, they give great hand jobs.
I asked Tom, do you really want to sit there and watch like all of this gross shit come out of my vagina? Ew, no.
I thank my little kitty cat because it takes D like a champ.
I think seeing a therapist is long overdue for me.
I'm fucking badass. Not one thing someone says to me is gonna make me think otherwise. End scene. Gorgeous.
Really good, guys.
Gorgeous words from gorgeous women. Wow. I haven't seen the Vagina Monologues, but I think it's exactly like that.
Oh, I thought that was from it.
Yeah. It's Eve Ensler's Vanderpump Rules. Yes, some boots on the ground, please, and then we'll do some Bev Hills.
Hello.
Hi there.
Speaking of Vanderpump Rules.
Always.
I was at the filming of Peter's birthday party, and
I love everyone. I fucking hate that guy.
No, okay, well, all right, we'll talk about that. But, so, I went with a friend. I'm a nobody, so I just went, I tagged along.
Don't say
No,
that.
man. No, man. You're here, and honestly, I love you. I really do.
Thank you.
I can't thank you enough for being here. And this shit you're about to bring is gold. So you are
Thank you so
somebody.
much. Thank you.
Jerry has the most cult leader energy.
No.
I've ever, and I say that as a compliment.
If I found out he was like a young minister that was like preaching in a rock club, I would not be surprised.
I'm
and
not.
I would join
I'm
that
just telling
church.
everybody to fucking listen to Bitch Sesh. That's all.
Yeah.
That's your religion. God bless you. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so, I basically just went because I wanted to like creep on Jax and like see what he does. I'm like a big
We all
Jax.
do.
I know. Yeah. So I went with my friend, and I had no idea what to expect. She kind of knows them sort of a little bit. So we went to his party, and I've never experienced anything like this in my life. It was just like living theater. It was like you're kind of just like you're hanging out or whatever, and they're sort of like sectioning each other off into like little areas, and there's like dramas that are kind of happening, and people are sort of like tagging themselves in. Like someone will come up, like Ariana would come up and be like, "What's going on? Like, what are they arguing about?" And then like they would kind of tell her, she's like, "Oh, tag me in. Like, I want to come in."
What?
It was like
Put me in, coach.
Like wrestling, like a wrestling.
Yeah, yeah, and like.
So they're asking the producers?
No, like within each other, like what's the argument? Like what's going on? And there's like a little bit of a fight going on, and they're sort of getting like debriefed, and they're all kind of like super pumped to like.
Like everybody wants to be. So
Yeah.
here's my question though. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is so stupid. I'm like your aunt. Like, and I don't understand the internet. But like when these people are crying, they are real tears.
Yeah.
So what I don't understand is like, but they know these fights are fake.
No,
but
they're not
become
fake.
real. No, but right. But if you're saying they're tagging in,
It seems like they're just trying to catch each other up because it's like a loud like bar, and everyone's like trying to like get in on it or whatever.
I feel like if Jerry, you were there, like at a Vanderpump thing, you'd just be like this, like wanting to tag in. Just be like, I'm fucking ready.
I mean, honestly, my whole life has been practicing to be on a Bravo reality show.
So then what happened?
So basically, I mean, like, it was just like the most surreal night of my life, and like I wasn't even like drinking. I was just watching them like slowly get super wasted or whatever. James Kennedy's the only one who came up to me and was like, "Hey, I'm James" or whatever, and was like, his face looks like it's like made out of plastic. It looks so crazy. He's like super nuts looking. But
is that called cocaine?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. He was pretty jacked.
Maybe.
Hold on a second. Was he hot?
No, not for me. I'm a Jax. Not for me.
I love that's how we're separating ourselves. Like, I'm not a bear, I'm not a this, I'm a Jax, I'm a...
Jerry would fuck all of them at the same time.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
So it was just like it was just a really, and I like hadn't really watched that much of it before I went.
And now you're in?
And no, oh yeah, after that I immediately went in. But it was just like the weirdest thing, and I guess it's real, but it's just like the most bizarre. It's the most bizarre way. I've never seen anybody interact that way.
Well, you
It's
have
really
to.
strange.
Well, you have to fight. I mean,
Yeah.
you just have to.
Yes.
I mean,
Thank you.
you know,
Thank you for your
that's it.
service.
That's-
Thank
you
you.
just.
Thank you for your
My question
service.
though is like, is it fake and then becomes real, or is it always
I'll
real?
tell you, Stassi coming in yesterday after her party and crying from her bike ride. Hey guys, that was a real moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I watched that, I literally lost my breath.
Watching those
Like,
three girls on those teeny weird bikes was one of the saddest moments I've ever seen. And I've watched like Sophie's Choice. Like it was watching them pedal those strange bikes to me around like Los Angeles.
they were
was
scooters,
dark.
actually. They weren't pedaling, but
It looked like bikes.
no, but didn't that feel like a really, like a genuinely emotional moment when she came in? I really felt for her, man, because we've all like been at birthday parties and gotten fucked up and stormed
And
off
then
walking down
left our
Melrose
friends
Boulevard.
with $5,000 bar tab?
It was
No.
$1,500, and she paid $700.
For these people?
What's your problem?
$1,500 for these people that are living on the edge of poverty.
It's
They're drinking their
crazy.
money away.
How does James Kennedy have a car that's way nicer than mine? How is that?
Because he's George Michael's nephew. I don't know, right? Like there's some sort of British money or something in there.
I mean, so my uncle is an alcoholic. I mean, why don't I have?
Exactly.
He
Let's
really gets George Michael money for
I
his
don't know.
lease?
I'm assuming. Let's talk Beverly Hills, guys. We don't have a ton of time left. Beverly Hills, guys. First of all, 2 weeks ago, watching these elder women lap dance each other was one of the darkest moments. And then also 2 weeks ago, April, can we pull up this image?
Just let's describe what we're looking at, because everyone, I'm listening to this on a podcast at home.
We are looking at a listener, sent me a picture of, I think, Lisa Reynolds. Lisa Vanderpump's camel toe.
Is that
It's
after
tough.
the workout at the beach house?
It's at the beach house, and it's tough.
Oh,
Look, I've
okay.
been there. We've all been there.
But that looks like Charlie Brown's like sideways smile, right? That's tough stuff.
Tough stuff. Tough stuff.
This is the craziest episode of Bitch
So- and
Sesh. Even I can't believe this. It's
What do you
crazy.
mean?
Are you gonna put this up on your website or something?
No.
Are you gonna Instagram this photo out? I mean,
No. Look, if you come to the show, you get the goods. Right? Sorry, you guys are here. Some other things. Camille has to make an appearance, as she does. And here's a question I was wondering. Does Kelsey Grammer talk to their daughter? Does anyone know the relationship there? I don't know. I thought I had. Don't get mad at me. I didn't leave them.
Camille want to leave the show? Did Camille want to leave? Or
I don't
was
think
she
anyone
fired?
wants to leave the show. I
Really?
think Camille always enters and then we forget about her, right? Like that's just
do you
kind of
remember
her
when?
job.
Do you remember when Frasier was in that one episode? He just in the beginning,
He was like, well, see ya.
and then he left,
like,
and that was
Wasn't
it.
that the time
Yeah.
you see him go to the flight
Yeah.
and he met that
Yeah, he's
stewardess
like,
on?
I'm going off to do La Cage aux Folles.
you never
fuck
see him
off.
again.
And then you never see him again. What is Bella Magazine and why are there only housewives? on the
Bella
cover of
Magazine,
this
to get the cover of Bella Magazine, it's like a dream come true. This is my Dorit.
I know, and I was literally like, it is so hard for a magazine to make money in this day and age. What the fuck is Bella Magazine?
Bella, I've been on the cover of Bella.
What?
I'm kidding, everybody.
I would believe it. Why not?
By the way, it's great publicity. I mean, it's got us all talking about Bella.
It sure does. I'm gonna purchase it. Every time again, another purchase, I have to stop buying the Housewives product because I bought Nobleman magazine. It was $30.
What magazine?
A magazine that I bought was $30.
Why? What was it?
Because a housewife produced it. Don't ask questions that you know the answer to.
No, Bella is actually, it is an environmental magazine. It talks a lot about, like, environmental. Almost had you. It talks a lot about ice caps and, like, melting. It's really...
Why is Dorit on the cover of it?
Because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is her night. Because it's her night.
You know what I felt the worst about?
What?
Is when those sweet grandparents were on. Because they were talking as if that these were normal people living in like with normal people rules.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, Dorit, if you just like if you're honest with yourself and your heart, and I'm like, oh God. They don't know.
They don't know that she's on a show. They don't see the cameras.
Yes.
We're so old. We don't see the cameras.
Hey, Dorit is freaking me. I'm gonna say, like, I try not to be negative in my life, but Dorit is freaking me out a little bit.
What about her is freaking you out?
Dorit is just starting fights for the sake of fights, and a lot of times I like have to rewind what she said, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? And sometimes, like, I'm a little high when I watch the show, and like, I need to like take a couple deep breaths, or maybe like go outside for a second, and then come back in and be like, nope, she still doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
What was up with that chainmail turtleneck she was wearing?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Hey, she looks good. Hey, we can talk all kinds of smack. She looks good.
She looks great.
No.
All those girls do. They all look good.
They all look good, but I don't think Dorit's got those crazy eyes that, what's her face? The one who got vomited on and was in the wheelchair.
Sonia Morgan.
He's got Ramona eyes, right?
No one has Ramona eyes. Only Ramona.
She's close.
No.
And you know who has Ramona eyes is Candy.
Burris? Really?
She's got kind of crazy eyes too, right? She's always there like
Because they're filled with fucking money. Candy makes so much money. She has She bought 2 houses next to each other.
That
That's
is
such a
the dream.
badass move.
That is the dream.
Like just a house for when you don't want to go to your regular house.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. One of my favorite things that happened on this week's episode of Beverly Hills, and it happens in every city, is housewives are afraid of the rain. And it makes me laugh so hard.
Did it rain when did it rain?
At the end of the New York episode this week, they're all like, it's raining!
Well, because their faces could melt.
It's true, and their hair, they're sewn together on a wish and a dream.
You know what was super crazy for me was seeing them in New York, because if you're from New York, like, I mean, you can't wear heels.
No, you can't walk like
you
that.
can't.
You need a smart sneaker.
You do.
There's just like, maybe you can get away with like the wedge, like Nikes, maybe, but like there's like grates and stuff around.
Well,
like,
we were only walking like from the Mercedes bus to Kyle by Aileen 2. Why? Who is Aileen and 2?
When Lisa and Kyle went to Kyle and they were walking down whatever avenue they were walking down, I love them, but they looked a little ridiculous.
They did.
I mean, it looked crazy.
Her B belt was ridiculous, but here's another question. Does she really need to pay for the earrings that she buys at her own store?
I can't believe that she has to.
I think she does.
I had to buy this fucking shirt before I came in.
I'm not
They would
buying
have given me a
this.
How do you
discount.
think I'm gonna buy this shit? I gotta take the money from that and buy this. It's called economy. Anything else you want to say about Beverly Hills before we...
I think Lisa Rinna seems like a great mom. Is she?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she taught her eldest how to give a good blowy, so...
She did? She did?
Yeah, it's in her book, Renovation.
No!
It's called, like, the okay approach. No! It's like this, and it was called, like, the ball and chain. I forget. It's like a whole technique. I read it cover to cover. It's a gorgeous chapter. Beautiful prose.
Somebody at my college said she had this, I won't say her name, but it was the blank blank special. And I was like, what does that involve? And she goes, like, leans in real close. She goes, 2 licks around the nipples, and a blowjob. I was like, that's not much of a special, is it?
Fuck you, I'm out of here. Jerry, you've been amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much to Jerry, to Jessica who stepped in last minute, to April, to everyone at Largo, to our great boots on the ground, to Earwolf. Thank you all so much. Have a great night.
Hey everyone, Scott Aukerman here. Are you a fan of the podcast You Talkin' You Two to Me? Well, I hope you are. If you are, make sure to check out Adam Scott and I have a new show, Are You Talkin' REM Re-Me? That's right, it's a brand new show with a brand new title. Join us as we discuss the music and impact of the band REM through an album-by-album analysis. That sounds very nerdy, but it's actually fun. We break down everything and nothing about the band. Listen to the limited series Are You Talkin' REM Re-Me? Wednesdays on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and earwolf.com. This is good rock and roll. Music!
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.